This is Romina. Romina moved from Paraguay to the United States with her family 14 years ago. I asked her to talk about her life as an immigrant and her experience assimilating to the American culture. I then showed the interview to different people and asked them their thoughts on immigration in the United States, diversity, and racism. Here's what happened.
Hola, mi nombre es Romina. En 1995 nací en Paraguay, en la capital de Asunción. 8 años después, en el 2004, mi familia y yo nos mudamos a los Estados Unidos, donde atendí la escuela por 10 años. Este mayo me recibí del liceo y en agosto me voy a ir a la universidad. Y gracias a una beca académica, y también voy a nadar ahí por el equipo de natación.
And do you believe that all immigrants who come to America should be forced to learn English?
Forced to learn English?
Mm-hmm.
Not forced, but I think it's to their advantage to learn English, to assimilate a little bit. I don't think they should give up their cultures, but I think they need to assimilate a little bit.
Have you experienced any everyday racism, either against yourself or have you seen someone else be bullied?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people where I used to live that have been looked down upon because of their race, just not treated the same or in the same, like given the same respect. So.
Por ejemplo, una vez en mi clase de historia, mi profesora hizo un chisme racista sobre las limpiadoras en hoteles en los Estados Unidos y no me acuerdo exactamente el chisme, pero fue algo como que solo porque soy hispana, mi futuro sería ser como limpiadora y servirle a la gente americana.
There's been a variety of incidents in my life. One would be also when I graduated from Florida State. I sound one way, but I look another way, and so there were times when I would go for interviews, and I would get a job based on the phone, but when they see me, they're like, "You're not April," because I don't sound the way I look. There's been a variety of different types of racism all over.
Do you believe that now, because we have a black president, that we've in a way conquered racism?
I think we haven't conquered racism. I don't think we live in a post-racial society. But I think racism is different today than it was yesterday. Most people aren't going to come out there and say, I don't like black people, because it just is like a bad thing to say today, whereas back in the 60s, if you said that, it'd be like, okay. But I think people still have those racist tendencies. It's a lot more keeping to themselves, and it's something it's harder to fix these days. It's harder to conquer racism now because it's not as blatant, it's not as overly seen. So it's harder to fix it and harder to make people change.
Mucha gente cree que países en Sudamérica no son buen educados y son muy pobres. Y en verdad sí son más pobres que los Estados Unidos, pero en mi experiencia vivir acá y vivir en Paraguay fue muy similar. O sea, en vida cada día. Depende de la situación de cada persona. Situación económica y social también. Okay. I think a way to stop racism in the United States is by educating people through like personal relationships, like multicultural personal relationships, as in like mixing people by race. I think it's a good idea because then you realize that racial differences are very small compared to similarities between two different people. Their human characteristics are more common.